coming week in QS2 with our Executive Vice President of Operations, Randy Krogh. Good evening, Randy.
Good evening, Jim. Good evening, QS2 Nation. We do have some great things to look forward to this week with our success schedule. It'll be slightly altered because it's a holiday week, but we still have some outstanding things to make sure you pay attention to make sure you attend. It always starts with our Quantum Connection Live radio show in the mornings at 10:30 a.m. Eastern, 7:30 a.m. Pacific time. So tune into that to get your jump start for the day each and every weekday. It's powerful motivation, recognition, all the tools that you need to help grow your business. And then we have on Monday evenings our Quantum Quickstart, our leadership webinar is on Monday evenings. That is powerful to tune in for Kelly Schnorenberg, of course, the corporate team with Dan Ahmed, Jim Files, all those top leaders of the company who will help you identify how to be a do-it-first leader and true leadership here at QS2. We also have our national BOPs throughout the week. Now this week, because of the holiday on Thursday, Thanksgiving, we'll not have Thursday's BOP, but we will have Tuesday night's BOP. That'll be at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific time. You can see it there in red. Those links are always in your back office. And then we'll also have our Saturday morning BOP. For those that want to attend, we'll hold it just in case you would like to tune in. A great time during the holidays to bring family and friends around and say, have you heard about QS2? So we'll hold that Saturday morning BOP. That's at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific time. And then our training day is typically Wednesdays. We'll let you know which product training will come up this Wednesday, but that's always powerful to make sure that you are in tune with the product knowledge you need to know to grow your business and to really fine-tune understanding exactly how you can make money with the powerful products here at QS2. The product training is focused at 3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific time on Wednesdays. So that's our success schedule, but we also want to bring something else to your attention, some powerful meetings that people need to attend as much as possible. If you can get there, you want to get to the QS2 Quickstarts for 2014. One is happening in San Francisco, December 7th, and the other will be happening in Dallas, Texas on December 14th. So stay tuned for all the information that will be in your back office, the links to those events, how you can sign up, all that's forthcoming this week. So guys, that's it for the schedule. I'm going to turn it back to you, Jim.
All right, thank you, Randy. We appreciate that. By the way, those awesome meetings in the Bay Area on the 7th and Dallas on the 14th, very strong meetings. Make sure that you tune into the radio show tomorrow morning. We'll have more details about those meetings on the radio show tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. Eastern, 7:30 a.m. Pacific. To our CEO of QS2 we go as we begin our Quantum Quick Start with Mr. Dan Ahmed. Dan Ahmed. Dan?
Hey, good evening, Jim. Good morning. Good evening, Randy. Good evening, QS2 Nation. Great to be here. And we were going to do this presentation on how to be a strong leader, but I thought it was probably more important to give you a State of the Union address. This will be recorded. We'll put in the back office so everyone can see this and let you know exactly where we're at in 2013 at QS2 and really where we're heading for in 2014. I think very important for us all to know that. We're going to look at right now, I'm giving you an update on the platform and materials update. What we've done is we've let the Executive Leadership Council know how things have been coming along as far as building materials, creating them, and I just want to make sure everyone here understands that as well. Well, the first thing is going to be Superstart pins. Those are those wonderful pins that you hand out to the people you recruit when they do their internal consumption and when they do their 5 field training sales. They'll be available as of 12/2/2013 next week at the QS2 store. So we'll make sure our QS2 store has them in there and you'll be able to order those. And they look wonderful. This is a picture. And you can see that the top gray silver is the Superstart pin. That's when someone does their internal consumption. And the back gold pin has the 5 little gems on it, which signifies the 5 field training sales. And if you haven't seen this up close, they're awesome. They're only about 1 inch wide, so they don't look, too gaudy or too ostentatious, but I think they are the prettiest business pins I've ever seen. They just look magnificent, and everyone's proud to wear these. So they will be available for the leaders to buy in the QS2 store. Next, we're going to look at the RPM brochures. They also will be available on 12/2/2013 to order in the QS2 store, and they're awesome. These are 5-fold brochures, 6 pages. When you open them up wide, the front looks awesome with the RPM logo that we've created. Lets you explain exactly what's happening with the RPM program. Everyone understands it. And then, more importantly, the back is a working brochure. So the back page shows the 12 secret action steps to success, and that's what you help each one of your recruited associates go through to make sure they know what they need to do in the first 3 days, 7 days, 25 days, and 100 days that they're with QS2, and it really gives you that accountability, responsibility, and a guide for them. It gives them a track to run on, so you'll be able to order those next week as well. Then we're going to look at the Quantum Wealth Builder. That'll be available next week online, and it's tremendous. We're finishing up all the text today and the reports. The calculator just works awesome. It's just so powerful. And you're going to be able to see this in your back office once you click Quantum Wealth Builder. There's going to be 4 parts to the system. There's a family protection, which is our dimer. There's the assets and debt analysis, which is net worth analysis, which is our PAD, plan assets and debts. There's income and expenses, which is our MRA, monthly resource analysis. And there is the retirement planning, which is our RSE, retirement success evaluator. It's just awesome. When you see how it's going to work, you see how it looks, you will be so proud to be using this tool in front of everyone you're with, because everyone always asks 2 things. One, when they join, what do I do to get started? How do I do this? And the second question they have is, what do I do when I'm in front of someone? This is financial planning, for goodness sakes. Well, we've basically taken all of our experience, all of our success, we've put them into a financial services software package for you, and you will be amazed at how simple you'll be able to use this, about 15 minutes. So look for this next week. Then we have our Superstart manual. We believe that'll be available 1/1/14 at the QS2 store, and it's just awesome. It's going to be about a 250 to 275 page document. It's going to be in a binder format you'll be able to use for every single person you recruit to give them the best chance they're going to succeed over the first 100 days they're here. No one else has anything like this in the industry, not even close. So I want to make sure you all knew where all these are. Pins you can order next week. You have the RPM brochures you can order next week. Quantum Wealth Builder you'll be able to access next week, and the Superstart manual in approximately a month, a little bit less than a month. I'm sorry, a little bit more than a month, that will be available. We actually have 3 graphic artists working on this. There's so much work right now. 3 of them are tackling this project for us. Well, now what I'd like to do is just be a quick update for the rapid promotion model update. And we all know that the 4 areas we're trying to help people look at is when new associates come on, they want to understand the product, they want to understand marketing, they want to know how they're going to get trained, and they want to know how they're going to become professional. They always ask that. So that's really why we've created the QS2 System Success, the RPM, and the Superstarts. And when they want to understand products, they're going to understand the product because they're going to buy the product, and they're going to use internal consumption to understand exactly the product. When they ask, how am I going to market, how am I going to get in front of people, we're going to help them do their 200 prospect list and make sure they get at least 5 recruits. For training, we're going to make sure they do their 5 field training sales. No better training than field training. And to become a professional, they need to sign up for the life and health insurance class. So it's that simple. We have the most focused, simple, but most powerful system there is to help all these new people succeed. And we know there's the 4 sections of the Superstart pin for doing your internal consumption, 5 field training sales. We're going to help people become NMDs in 25 days. And Jim Giannakos working on a project for me. I had an idea that I'm going to have him put together a poster, and we might do it electronically, we might do it in print as well, maybe both, but he's going to ask and find all the QS2 associates that were with L. Williams and W. May that became RVP or equivalent levels, and how long it took them to become an RVP. We're going to have them on our poster, such as, I know, Mike Korcheski, great guy. He actually did it in half the time. Most people took 3 years. He took 18 months to become a RVP. Well, we're going to have those people on the top as far as the history. So that could be either something Welcome to the Future, could be Back to the Future. I'm not sure what we're going to title it, but it'll show now Mike Korcheski, RVP 18 months. It'll show Bob Smith, RVP 36 months, whatever it is from the past. Then we're going to now go in and show, let's say 5, 10, 15, 20 of our new, freshly printed, minted NMDs that have done it in 25 days, 24 days, 20 days, 15 days, 5 days, even 1 day. So I think that'll just be a great way to show that we are trying to help promote people. We're not holding anybody down. We are the company that will allow someone to be truly recognized and achieve their goals. We got our $995 reimbursement program. We got our Superstart to Vice Chairman in 100 days. And I'm going to look at real quick. We know what we have to do for an NMD. Earn your Superstart pin, create your 200 list. You got to have 5 recruits, 5 life insurance field training sales, and sign up for your life and health course. That's it. You're an NMD, 25 days. No replacement legs. For the Vice Chairman, you have to create 10 NMDs. Very simple. You become an NMD, create 10 NMDs in 100 days, and you now, as long as you pass your life insurance test, you now become a Vice Chairman. Very simple. Well, let's look at what that means, though, as far as monies. Here's all you have to do. You become an NMD, you create 10 NMDs, you become a Vice Chairman. Now, let's assume if your recruits are currently licensed, you're going to do 50-50 splits with them. So you're going to get 10 internal consumption sales if you do this. You're also going to have 10 times 5, 50 field training sales, which means you're going to get half of those sales. You get 43,000. So you make 60,375. That's in 100 days or less if you adhere to this and you become a vice chairman and the average monthly premium is $250, you're going to then generate $60,000 that's going to be coming your way. Now, what if you now complete 3 Superstart 100-day vice chairman runs in a row? Because again, this is just 100 days. What if you do it 100, 100, 100, 3 in a row? You got 65 days off this year. It means your first 100-day cycle, you make 60,000. Second 100-day cycle, you make 60,000. Third 100-day cycle, you make another 60,000. So now you're on track to make 181,000 if you just follow this and do it 3 times. Nowhere else is this happening. Now, this is based on if your recruits are currently licensed. What if your recruits, which most of them aren't going to be currently licensed, you bring in? In this case, your recruits are not currently licensed. You now have 10 internal consumption sales. You're making 17,250, but you make 10 times 5, 50 field training sales. So instead of the 60,000, it's more than 60,000. You're making $103,500 because you're getting 100% credit for those field training sales. That's just one 100-day vice chairman cycle. That means you become an NMD, and then you create 10 NMDs under you, following the path. You make 100 grand. You've generated 100 grand of income. Now, what if you do that 3 times? You do 3 100-day cycles. The first 100-day cycle, you make 103,000. Second, you make 103,000. Third, you make 103,000. You've made $310,000. You've generated that much revenue over that time period. So I think that's just awesome to look at. If you just follow our system, only focus on RPM model, only focus on becoming NMD, creating as many NMDs as you possibly can, making sure you become a vice chairman, look at what the opportunity is, and no one makes it this simple. Ours is as simple as it gets, but it also is the most powerful, because when have you ever seen this type of system be able to say, just follow it 3 times, and you make $25,000 a month or $310,000 for a year? I think it's just awesome. Now, this makes it simple. If your recruits are licensed, you're going to split the sales, field training sales 50-50. First Superstart champion cycle, 60,000. You do 3 of them in a year, you make 181. If your recruits are not licensed, then you get 100% of the field training sales. You make 100,000 your first 100-day cycle, and you make 310,000 if you do that 3 in a row in this year. So it's just awesome to look at that. Now, let's look at what we're doing with our membership agreement changes that are effective January 1st, 2014. We covered this with the Executive Leadership Council this past Friday. I want to make sure we bring it out to you and also get it on the back office web. First is, we've eliminated the terms dedicated, non-dedicated member options. That's what a lot of the industry uses. We're not using that anymore. We've redefined some of the language regarding membership requirements. QS2 members right now no longer, as of January 1st, can belong to any other network marketing, insurance, or financial services company. We thought at the beginning it was great to do that and then bring people over. What we found is that people that belong with other network marketing companies are recruiting people to those network marketing companies. They're not focused on QS2. People that belong with other insurance or financial service companies are doing the same thing. They're not really focused. And our goal is to help people focus, because I know 100% if you focus, you succeed. If you don't focus, you don't succeed. And we're okay if people want to belong with another network marketing company. They can stay there. They just can't be with QS2. Same thing with insurance and financial services. Randy, can you put mute, please? Second is QS2 members are responsible to place all business through QS2's platform for all financial services, insurance and other QS2 offered products and services, such as credit repair, debt management, secondary market annuities, land banking, etc. You can't use outside sources. You can't use outside services, and that's because of all the things we're creating, all the things we're providing you, all the money we've spent in creating what we're doing. It really means you have to now decide, do you want to commit to QS2 or do you want to continue to work with these other outside players? And it's okay either way. We just want to make sure we know your success is going to be magnified if you have success and focus. One thing you have to look at is, if you don't think about yourself, think about all the people you recruit. As I'm reading this off, think about, don't you want every single person you recruit to act and be under these rules and regulations? You're going to say yes. Now you just have to talk yourself into it that you want to be under those same rules and regulations. So ask yourself, do I want everyone I recruit to basically have to place all business through QS2? You do, so you get paid. QS2 members may continue to receive compensation generated from any other network marketing, insurance, or financial services companies they worked with prior to January 2014. They just can't continue to market. So let's say you have $10,000 a month coming in. Fine, you can continue to earn that, get it, that's your money. QS2 doesn't get it, we're not going to stop you. We want you to get that money, but from that point forward, you just can't continue to actively participate in those endeavors. You can keep getting the money, you just can't actively participate in those endeavors. No new business can be conducted with previous network marketing, insurance, or financial services companies after January 1st, 2014, and that really helps you then retain your member status at QS2. We have to make sure people are focusing, and that's what's going to lead to success. Plus, it will limit our liability and limit compliance issues. When people are doing 2 or 3 different things, we're going to have major compliance issues and major liability. Every QS2 member who was given a temporary pre-launch promotion of NMD or higher must qualify as an RPM NMD no later than January 31st, 2014, or such person will fall back to the actual position qualified for under our traditional promotional system. So all that's saying is you got to make sure, even if you didn't qualify up to this point as a NMD, if you're given an NMD or higher, you have to qualify as an RPM NMD, which means you can take your Superstart pin, you got to make sure you recruit those 5 people, do 5 field training sales, do your 200-person list, and at least get signed up to take your life and health insurance course. All those are things you should have done already. If you haven't, we're going to motivate you to do so. Every QS2 member who was given a temporary promotion of vice chairman since the formation of QS2 must qualify under QS2's traditional qualification requirements or under our new RPM vice chairman Superstart program to become what we call a qualified vice chairman. We're not going to have any non-qualified vice chairman anymore. Qualification is required to be completed no later than April 30th, 2014. So you have until now, till then, to make sure you become an NMD under the RPM system and you create at least 10 NMDs under the RPM system. Not too much to ask. You should have already surpassed that. It's just making sure we're going to have the proper culture and we're going to have the proper, strong backbone that I think is necessary to make us the envy of the industry. All QS2 members who are qualified as NMDs or higher must produce a minimum of 50% of the standard promotional qualification quarterly on a production basis to receive generation overrides for the following quarter. That means right now, if NMD requires that you do $20,000 of base shop, yourself and base shop, $20,000 over a quarter. That means you have to do yourself and your base shop only have to do $10,000 of production in a quarter, as well as then meet the base shop to 10 numbers as well. So very simple, just making sure you need to be in the game to make sure that you qualify for all the benefits we're providing. No QS2 marketing communication in the form of brochures, flyers, print pieces, banners, coupon ads, web messaging, web URLs, emailing, texting, or any other type of client advertising will be used without written consent from either Jim Files or myself. We got to make sure we're in compliance. We've seen so many things that are so out of compliance. We've seen people use QS2, not even the normal logo to print things. It looks like some crazy logo. So we have a brand here, and we're trying to make sure that you have the maximum value for your brand, that you, if you earn equity in QS2, also maximize your equity value in QS2. We can only do that through consistency. So what I'd like to do maybe is come on and bring Jim Files on, just do a quick, maybe 1-minute summary and what your thoughts are with the January 1st, 2014 membership agreement modifications, Mr. Files.
Well, good evening, everybody out in QS2 land. Thank you for being with us on this Sunday evening. You know, I happen to be fortunate and know a lot of very wealthy people, and I can tell you right now, wealthy people, unless you're Mark Cuban or maybe Mr. Wonderful on the Shark Tank, unless you're in that position where you can throw your money out into multiple different companies and hope, you know, something sticks to the wall. In order to be successful in life and in business, you have to focus. You cannot have diverting opportunities going on at the same time. And we put this together for 2 reasons. Number one, we found that a lot of QS2 members were abusing the system. They were doing things that they shouldn't be doing. They were replacing insurance business, with carriers they previously had relationships with and weren't placing them with us. They were running other network marketing companies that was hurting not only us, but hurting you in the field. And it just can't work. So this was put together to benefit you and the company. And because, again, in the scheme of things, if you want to be successful, you have to be totally focused on what you want to accomplish. And that's what we're trying to do for you. We're trying to make it so that you have a roadmap so that you can be successful. And the folks that were abusing the system, you know, they can't do that because that's hurting us. It's hurting our brand, as Dan mentioned, and it's hurting you in the field. So I love it. I'm all for it. And I think 99% of the people I've talked to, Dan, so far in the last 3 days since we introduced this at the LC meeting absolutely love it as well. Back to you.
Well, Thank you, Jim. And I think it's just something that we have to do to make sure we're going to be successful. I haven't seen any network marketers that have been successful working with two network marketing companies. They're always focused on one. I talked to Iqbal, and even he made a great text comment saying you can't be successful in network marketing if you're trying to spread yourself to different companies. Those are the non-successful people. So if those people end up being weeded out or filtered out, that's okay. Same thing with financial services. You really can't focus with two different providers, two different distribution channels. So all we're trying to do is make sure we're successful. And we're okay if someone says, you know what, I'd rather be with ABC. That's okay. We're going to make sure we do everything possible to help you succeed, and all these rules, regulations are to help you succeed. And remember, ask yourself, do you want every single person you recruit to be under these rules and regulations? I guarantee every single person on this call is going to say yes, which means then you also have to say, I want to be under these rules and regulations, because it can't be one way for you, one way for other people. Now we're going to cover some other exciting information, and I think it's just tremendous to understand what we're doing. The QS2 co-leadership agreement is going to be available next Monday, 12/2/13. Mr. Files will be reviewing my latest draft. If it's acceptable, we'll get a desktop published, make it look great, and it will be available for download so that you can use it, get people to sign it, and we'll be ready to rock and roll for you, commission splits, all that good stuff as of January 1st, 2014. So a huge benefit. I think the co-leadership agreement we have is by far 99% better than any other company out there, the way we're doing it. There's a 50-50 split, and we're going to cover that real quick, in fact. Let's say with a co-leadership split example, you have Dave, he lives in Florida, and he recruits Bob. The problem is Bob lives in San Diego, so there's no way Dave can provide the service and the mentorship and the help that Bob needs. There's no way. Dave can't do it. He lives too far from him, and Dave's not willing to travel every week there, so it's tough. The good thing is, though, we have Tony Reyes. He has an office in San Diego. He can better support Dave's new recruit. Easy. Tony can help him. So basically, then we're going to do a 50-50 split between Dave and Tony, and any business Bob does personally, any business Bob's hierarchy does, as far as overrides, splits, base comp, commission splits, generation overrides that are received off of Bob's business, Tony and Dave will split indefinitely 50-50. It's a great way. Now, Dave's willing to recruit the heck out of great people. Tony's willing to do everything he possibly can to help Bob succeed. So I think it's an awesome, awesome system, and that form will be ready to go on next Monday, and we'll be ready to format and start splitting commissions out by January 1st, 2014. So I think co-leadership is the way to go. You also will be able to do this locally if you decide, you know what, maybe you're more of a network marketing person, you want to recruit the heck out of people, you can do a co-leadership right in your own hometown. There's certain criteria we have to meet. There's going to be 2 or 3 different ways that we're going to promote co-leadership, so you can use this any way you think will benefit you and, more importantly, benefit the associate, because the whole goal here is to benefit not Tony or Dave, it's to benefit Bob. We want to make sure Bob gets the proper help, mentorship, training that Bob needs to be successful, and then Tony and Dave will both be successful, and QS2 will be successful. So it's a great system, I think, that we've created here. Now, I want to make an announcement, and anyone who wasn't on this call is not that smart, because this is one of the biggest announcements we're making. This is a new non-licensed lead generation product that's going to be available as of 1/1/14. So if you can imagine, right now, we have new non-licensed lead generation product line. Right now, it's going to be available as of 1/1/14. And that is, what do you think that could be? What if I told you it's probably one of the most important lead generation, one of our most important products we could bring on right now? We have mortgage lead generation. We're putting together a program. We've been working with this company for the last year to get this set up. Very low key. We've been very quiet because we wanted to make sure we got it set up before we even blabbed anything. And I want to tell everyone right now, we're not going to answer any questions on the system until January 1st, 2014. Everything's being set up. Don't email, don't text, don't call. Don't call me, don't call Jim, don't call Kelly, don't call anybody. I'm just letting you know it's going to be available. The program starts January 1st, 2014. We're going to have reverse mortgages. We're going to have forward mortgages. The associate process is going to be identical to our health insurance model. You're not going to talk mortgages. You're going to say, would you like to find out if you can get a lower rate? Would you like to find out if you qualify for a better provision? We'd like to find out if you can actually benefit from a reverse mortgage. If you can, go to my website, click this video, click and download information, and the process center is going to call and do every single thing. You are not going to be in the mortgage business. You're going to be in the mortgage lead generation business. Again, lazy, easy money. I want you to focus on life insurance sales, but we're going to find every single way to let you make as much money as you possibly can through all of our ancillary products that are going to be delivered and sold and done, completed by our partners. And it is a non-licensed platform. If you can imagine, we're going to have reverse mortgage, forward mortgages, mortgage lead generation through a non-licensed platform. Mr. Files, I'd like to come on and make any comments on this.
Well, Dan, you know, you and I are so ecstatic about this, so excited. I mean, it's been hard to try to keep the wrapping, you know, on the box over the last few months, knowing that we're getting so close to announce this. But everybody on this phone, you have to understand, this is not where you're going to make $25 or $50 or $100 in lead gen. This lead gen fee could be in the thousands of dollars. It's going to be dependent upon the amount of the mortgage, but this is big time lead generation, no work. We're designing the program, as Dad mentioned, identically to how we have our health insurance program working right now. And it's going to be the best thing that you've seen at this company other than our overall plan. So it's going to add significant compensation to what you're doing right now, and it's going to be nothing more than what you're seeing right now on the health insurance side. It's going to be a 20-second presentation, and you're out of the transaction, and you have the potential to make literally thousands of dollars in commissions. I'm so excited about it, Dan. This is a fantastic, fantastic relationship that we're putting together with our sister company or our partner on this.
Good job, Jim. And just because this is being recorded for compliance purposes, you will not be making commissions. You'll be making lead generation fees. Lead generation fees. Cross out the commissions. It's all lead generation fees. It's a non-licensed platform. You will not be doing anything other than drive individuals to your website, and a call center will take it from there. They will complete it. They'll follow through. They'll do everything possible to make sure whether the person wants a reverse mortgage or a forward mortgage, it gets completed. So I'm very, very excited about this. Let me go back to Mr. Randy Crow. Do we have any leaders, any of the key leaders on that would like to make a comment on what we've talked about tonight?
Yeah, Jim, or Dan, I'm going through the list right now. Let's see here. We have Sheila Gill. If Sheila can hear us. Sheila, can you hear us right now on the call?
I certainly can, and I tell you, I am excited. Was already excited, but now reverse and forward mortgages, my goodness, Dan, Jim, Kelly, you're just always up to something. And this whole platform, I love the fact that you're 100% committed to QS2 or you're not. Because if you really think about it, when people come into this platform and they're coming from another venue, it's something that they see in that presentation that makes them sign up. So now we're just forcing people to do the right thing for their downline, because you may be able to juggle more than one thing, but other people can't. So we actually are killing people when we're wavering over the fence. So I love everything that's in place, excited about it, and we're just going to do more and more and more with it, because QS2 has everything you could possibly want. Why go anywhere else?
Thank you, Sheila. Awesome, awesome. Who do we got, Randy?
Dan, we have hopefully we can Robert Allen. Robert, can you hear us? You and Anna? Robert and Anna. Maybe we got some feedback there. We'll see if we can come back. Jim or Dan, we have Nancy Versosa. Nancy's right here on the call. Nancy, can you hear us?
Good. Nancy's the real estate queen, so she has to love this news.
Can you hear me? I'm listening from a different platform here, but if
we can hear you good.
Oh, great. Good evening, everybody. I'm definitely excited about this mortgage lead generation, and I've been trying to figure out how to properly go back into my clientele base, and this is the perfect one. And so we're really looking forward to the launch of this product, and good way to position ourselves in 2014. Thank you very much.
No, you're welcome, Nancy. Thanks for the comments. Okay, Randy, who do we got?
We've got David Tunay. David, are you there? Can you hear us? David, can you hear us? Maybe not. How about Brian Webster? We got Brian Webster out of St. Louis right here. Brian, can you hear us? Brian, are you there? All right, well, let's go to, we've got Jay Pilati. Jay, can you hear us right now on the call? Jay, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. I can hear you guys just fine. I tell you what, when I look at this, and I look at the changes that were made to the associate agreement, that to me is an outstanding move on behalf of the company. We need people that are focused on what we're doing at QS2, and that are only really singing the praises of one company. We don't need people diverging in different directions. And secondly, the addition of this mortgage lead generation program, I think, really gives us the most well-rounded program in the entire country for any financial services company out there. So this gives us just another, an additional income stream. There's nothing stronger in the industry. I've created compensation plans in the past for publicly held companies, and I'm telling you guys, this is an outstanding place to be. Right time, right place, right comp plan, and right product portfolio. Thanks, you guys.
You're welcome, Jay. I know you're doing a lot of good work out there, especially in Texas. We'll be out there to see you and some of your people December 14th. So looking forward to seeing you. Give me a call if you need anything, all right?
We're going to pack the house for you.
All right. Sounds good, brother. All right, Randy, who do we got?
I think we've got, hopefully, Bob Trueblood can hear us. Bob, can you hear us? Bob Trueblood, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, how you doing, Bob?
We got you.
I'm doing fine. How are you guys?
Good. You sound like you're in a tunnel, but we can hear you.
Well, I don't know. I'm on the speakerphone. I'm not on my phone, so as long as you can hear me a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah, very, very excited about some of the things that are happening. I believe this is a breakthrough in regards to the mortgage lead generation. Not much more I can say, but I'm very excited and glad for these things that are, you've been very proactive, and I think it's a good thing. It will help the company.
All right. Well, thank you, Bob. You have a good night out there.
Thank you.
Who else you got, Randy?
You bet. We'll see if we can bring on Keith Lewis. Keith, can you hear us?
Oh, yes. Can y'all hear me?
Hey, Keith. How you doing, buddy?
All right. I'm talking from my computer, so I'm real excited about the mortgage program. I think it's going to be a great asset to offer our clients, and we're looking forward to 2014. So I think we're on the right track. The changes with the contracts and all of the documents that'll help us keep everybody in one accord, I think it's going to be great. It'll keep down all the confusion. The splitting the recruit on the new program where you can have someone in another state, I think that's going to help us too in the long range. So I'm looking forward to it, and more power to QS2. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Keith. Good job out there, man. I know you're dedicated, committed, and I love it. So thank you for everything you're doing.
Thank you, too.
What do you got, Randy?
We got Mark Robinson. Mark, are you there? Can you hear us, Mark? Maybe we can't get Mark right now. We'll see if we can go to Jerry Boyles. Jerry, I know we just heard from your partner, Bob Trueblood. Jerry, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you sound good, Jerry. How you doing, buddy?
I'm good, Dan. Good afternoon, guys. This is some awesome, awesome things. I'm, a guy like me who doesn't have a whole lot of network marketing experience. I can definitely appreciate the changes you made to the marketing agreement, because I do want someone to be as committed or half as committed as I think I am. And what you're going to do with the mortgage is, man, you're barking right up my trail for having a mortgage company for a lot of years. That is absolutely, I was jumping up and down here. So I'm excited. You guys keep up the same thing. I appreciate all that you do, and it's an honor to be associated with you. Thank you.
No, thank you, Jerry. And you know what? When you said about you being in the mortgage business, it's amazing how many people at QS2 have been affiliated with the mortgage business in the past. I mean, it's just amazing. So we've been working on this literally for the last year, and I've been very, very close-lipped. I told everyone that I talked to, the management team, which very few, even the management team, knew it was this close to getting done, because I just didn't want it to get out there. And I just know it's going to be an added benefit. I know there's one company out there right now, one of our competitors, that, they think they're the cat's meow, because the one thing they have is mortgages, and they have like 2 other things, and that's it. Well, guess what? We have everything that we have, and now we also have mortgages. like a couple of you have already said, there's no one that can touch us. Literally, there's no one that can touch us now. So anybody who's left previously is going to wish they didn't. Anybody that leaves in the future is going to wish they didn't. Everybody who stays is going to make a lot of money, be very successful. And this just, think about all the leaders on the call that are going to own equity in the company. Do you know what this just did to the amount of your equity? Think about it. Think about what just happened with this one page up there. What do you think is going to happen with your equity value? Even if you just own the same shares, even if you don't sell anymore, you don't make any more money, what's going to happen to your equity value? Guaranteed, it's going to go up. So I'm very, very happy, very excited about this. Who else we got, Randy?
Let's see if we can get Fuji the Conqueror on here. Fuji, just open up your line. Can you hear us, Fuji?
Yes, can you hear me?
Fuji, is this a lean, mean fight machine, Fuji?
Man, yes, it is him. Good evening, everybody. Very excited to hear this new development. As you know, my background is mortgages, and
I know. I figured you'd like this stuff.
And you know, we talked to you about before being on board mortgage, and I'm glad that it's finally arriving. So I'm very excited, and because there's a lot of things we can do in conjunction with our other products and services. So I'm really excited. I'm really excited about that co-leadership program that we are implementing. If leaders out there understand the value of that, I mean, it's a tremendous way of being able to build your empire across the country without not having to worry if you can take care of everybody yourself or not, you know. So, hey, kudos to everybody, the corporate stuff, man. We're excited.
Awesome. Well, Fuji, great job out there. I know you're doing everything. You're doing meetings all over the place. You're doing field training sales. You're doing training. So good job. And just keep it up. And we're going to continue to try to provide you everything you need to double, triple, quadruple your success, all right?
That's right. And thank you for that.
You're welcome, brother. What do you got, Rand?
Let's see if we can get Bill Begonia all the way over there in Hawaii. See if Bill Begonia is on there with us. You there, Bill? Can you hear us, Bill? All right, maybe not. Maybe can't talk through his speakers. How about Jason Emerson? Let's see if Jason can come through on his phone or his speakers. Jason, can you hear us?
I can hear you. Can you guys hear me?
We got you.
Super.
Sounds good, buddy. How you doing?
I'm doing well. Well, hey, guys, thanks for the updates. Thanks for continuing to build, one of the best families and one of the best homes for all of us distributors out here. I'm looking forward to 2014. I can't wait to close out 2013. You guys have done some amazing things here. And the more we put this program together, the more excited I get on a day-to-day basis. So I thank you guys from the leadership side. Look forward to working with you guys in 2014.
No, great job. Thank you, buddy. Thank you. Randy, you got anybody else, buddy?
We've got, hopefully, let's see, Frankie Bangle. I think we might have Frankie here. Frankie, can you hear us?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Hey, Frankie, how you doing?
All right, sir. I'm so excited with this new product that you have. I'm also an ex-mortgage solicitor and realtor here in Hawaii. We're really gonna help you.
I think we lost him, Randy. Why don't you bring someone else on, buddy?
Okay. I tell you, I think Brian Webster came back on. He just hit me with a text that Brian's available, so I'm going to see if I can bring him on. Brian, I think I just opened up your line. Can you hear us, Brian?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
We got you.
Yeah, you guys have done a sensational job of giving us every kind of door opener known to man. I thought we had it all before with some of these other products. We can talk to individuals, families, business owners, but adding the mortgage piece is amazing. You guys have really taken it over the top now. So thank you.
No, you're welcome, Brian. Thank you for everything you're doing. You're killing it out there with what you're doing with life insurance sales, health insurance. So great job being on the leaderboard, brother.
Excellent. We got Chris Prasad. Let's see if we can open up the line and get Chris Prasad on. Chris, can you hear us, Chris? I see that you're on mute, Chris. If you can come off mute, see if you can hear us, my friend. I don't think we've got him, but the list, we're getting, got most of them here, Dan.
Okay. Any last little? No one else? We're dialed.
I'm going through. I think we're dialed. I'm going through the list, but there's you couldn't get some of them on. Oh, I just spotted one that came on, or just may have overlooked. We got Tony Reyes. Tony Reyes on the line.
Randy, it's Chris. Can you hear me?
Oh, there we
Chris,
go.
Yeah,
Chris.
hey, yeah. We'll have Chris and we'll have Tony end it. All right, Chris, how you doing, buddy?
Fine, thanks, Dan. How are you? Great job.
Doing good, man. Doing good. You're killing it out there. I know you got production coming in all over the place, and I think what you're going to do the next week or two, you're actually going to surpass everyone on the leaderboard. So I can hardly wait to see as number one.
We'll wait to see that. I think so. Thanks, Dan. I like to say, every time I listen to the Superstart show, the Quickstart, or the leadership, it makes me want to join QS2 all over again. And we truly are building a company here, and adding these new products as you go along, we're providing financial service all over and to every client in every aspect that we can provide service to. Our company, as from the inception, QS2 is a financial service marketing company. We have said that from the beginning. So by eliminating those who join our company that think this is a get-rich-quick scheme, we have just, in my opinion, think that we have increased the success rate that the statistics show from 11% to probably 25 to 30%. So that's a great movement by the company, I love everything you guys are doing. It just makes our company more stronger, and it is, it will enhance our reputation because we will be providing true financial services to our customers, to the clients out there. And, I'm so excited. Thank you very much.
No, you're awesome. You're welcome, and you're awesome. Everything you're doing out there. What do you think about the slide I have up now? I don't know if you can see it or not, but it basically talks about the 100-day cycle to become a vice chairman. If you do it 3 times, you bring in a new person, they can make $300,000.
That is great. There are so many people in our business that really don't understand this, and it's like being penny wise and a pound foolish. You can train someone who is not in your leg, and they will give up a couple of training sales, and they will have the experience, very short experience, but they'll have the capability of being able to go build their team and build the leg for the person that recruited them. And many people don't see this. Again, they're being short-sighted, and I think this is a great move that the company has made. And it is a way that if you just follow the system, and that's what it's all about. We're not here to create anything. We're here to follow the system that you guys have come in here with your experience and what you have built and produced and asked us to follow it. And I like what you said 2 weeks ago. Anybody that joins QS2 is guaranteed to succeed. They will only fail if they screw up. So I love it.
No, good job with that, Chris. I know you love systems, and from the beginning, you really, built your systems, you built your team, and it was all based on internal consumption and field training, which is the entire RPM model, the entire Superstart model. So congratulations out there, buddy.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. All right, Randy said Tony's on?
Yeah, I think Tony's on. We can get him off mute. He's off now. He should hopefully be able to hear him.
Hey, can you hear me, Dan, Randy?
Hey, we hear you. You got me driving.
Actually, the holidays are fast approaching. We've spent a lot of time with families, relatives this weekend, and I'm telling you, when all the other competitors out there, institutionalized companies out there will be taking a break during the holidays, we gotta help our family, our relatives, the people close to us, the people that we really care, and really put money back in their pocket with the products and services that we provide. And I really think that in the next 30 days, 45 days, we're going to build a client base just within our family, the people we care about. With all the awesome products and services we're able to share, we can help a lot of the people close to us. And 2014, I look forward for the year because I really think that the last year we've planted seeds. We developed leaderships all across the nation. We have products in place, and now with the mortgage coming into play, we're really a one-stop shop. We don't leave money on the table. And at the same time, there's a lot of opportunities for everybody to have an awesome, awesome 2014. It's a great opportunity to change our lives for the better and leave a legacy for our family. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. This is a long-term business. Put your heart and soul into it. Develop an income that would last well beyond your lifetime. Don't miss out on this opportunity. Be part of the culture that we put out there and really help one family at a time. Create financial independence. And I couldn't be more excited. Dan?
Hey, great job, Tony. You know what you said, I think the most important thing out of anybody, and that was, it goes back to your personality, and that is to help people. And the most important thing Tony said was, look at, you know, when we add mortgage, we add anything to our system, it comes down to, we add it because we know those services can help a lot of people, and we're just using our relationships to make sure our friends, our families, our associates, everyone else out there is going to get the products they need because they trust us. So think about that opportunity that Tony just told you. Tony just laid it out for y'all. I mean, that was the most powerful thing of the whole call. He just said it right now. You're going to be with people for Thanksgiving. You're going to be people for Christmas, for Hanukkah, for New Year's, all those. Over the next 6 weeks, you know how many people you're going to be in front of? Friends, family, people you love, people you like, people you don't like, who cares? You're going to be in front of them. Your coworkers at other jobs, whatever. You have the opportunity now to let them know you're going to help them right now. You're going to help them get in a better financial position, and that's what we do. We do it one family at a time, and that goes back to our crusade now, protecting the financial future of America one family at a time. We got to do it one family at a time, and that's why I'm just so excited about this. I think we've put together the tightest ship in the industry, and I think the tightest ship is one that will never go down. It's always going to float. It's always going to succeed, and we have room for everybody. That's the good thing. So we're like Noah's Ark. We have room for everybody. We want everyone on board. We're not going to go down. We're here to provide all those services. So I love what you said, Tony. It made me feel good. Maybe we can, Randy, bring on, I always like to have Mr. Scott Wells do a little comment. And if you'd like to do a comment also, Randy, after Scott and Mr. Janacchio, and then Mr. Files can end it. I don't think Kelly's on. He had a bunch of calls. If we can find Kelly, we'll get him on too. But let's go in that order.
Scott,
you on, Scott?
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Can you hear
me, Dan?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry about that. I had Kelly on the other line, but he couldn't get in for whatever reason, so I don't think he'll be able to get on here. And I've just been able to pick parts of this so far. But my gosh, this is phenomenal, Dan. I mean, you just barely let us know a couple of days ago that this new program was coming on board. And it's like, who was it that said we're basically putting more and more arrows in our quiver right now. We're arming ourselves with things that it's like you say every day on the leadership calls or on the morning shows. We're making it fail-proof. We're making it so somebody getting on board with the ammo that we have, they are going to take one or two of these products and run like the wind, and knowing that they still have all these other arrows in their quiver. So it's phenomenal. I mean, it's a fantastic opportunity for anybody who just wants to get out there and build a business for themselves, but not by themselves. And so phenomenal job, Dan. I really appreciate everything you guys are doing, and appreciate the field out there, and I've been having some wonderful feedback on this stuff.
Awesome. Sounds good. Okay, hey, we're going to bring on first Jim Janacchio, Randy Krogh, and then we'll have Jim Files do a summary. Then Kelly is on with me. He's going to end it. So let's have Mr. Jim Janacchio come on, followed by Randy, Jim, and Files, and then we'll bring Kelly on.
All right, thank you, Dan. I'll tell you what, just a great job. And, you know, like Scotty said, when you announced this to us a couple of days ago, I thought, holy cow, we have become a one-stop financial shop. That's what we've become. I mean, we've got everything right there in front of everybody. We can help them in every category you can think of, and QS2 is the answer for everybody in regards to helping clients, turning prospects into recruits, and helping all the great leaders that are on this call make a tremendous amount of money by helping big-time leaders grow their business. So again, I think it's a one-stop financial shop, and boy, I'll tell you what, that's quite a title for QS2. Dan?
Awesome. Hey, you know what? I thought he was actually on watching Denver Broncos, but I heard him earlier. Let's bring on Mike before we bring on Randy. Mike, are you available, buddy?
Yeah, Dan, I'm here. You know,
Hey.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, you're great.
Okay. Hey, yeah, I am paying attention to the Broncos a little bit. I mean, you know, who can't right now? But anyway, you know, in watching the whole presentation tonight, we just have so many things coming up. You know, we're constantly polishing and tweaking the model. We want to make this the best model out there, and we want to keep making it better all the time. You know, we're not going to rest on our laurels like a lot of our competitors have and just kind of come up with what they have and that's it. We're going to keep doing this and doing this over and over again. We want to make this thing better for everybody. We want to make it a better opportunity. We want to help more people. We want people to make more money. So that's really the comment I have, Dan.
Awesome. Thank you, Mike. Thank you. How about Randy?
Yeah, Dan, thanks for the opportunity. I tell you, the building blocks of accomplishing our mission here have always been those three things: to help people to increase their income, protect their families, and safeguard their assets. And as we do that here at QS2, bringing on the new product lines, I mean, all these things really do help them accomplish that. And besides not leaving money on the table, we're actually opening up another opportunity for a family to improve their financial future. Mortgages is a huge one. That's a big part of my background, and to see that come into the company and know how life-changing that can be to consolidate debt, to help somebody provide that tool to get down the road of freeing up money, just like the health insurance can do. I mean, all these things build to protecting that family in the long run. So I love that we continue to strengthen those building blocks that help us accomplish our mission.
Awesome. Thank you, Randy. All right, how about Mr. Kelly? We announced tonight, Kel, I think you had a couple calls earlier, but we announced many, many things, but we ended with the mortgage lead generation program for reverse mortgages, forward mortgages. Non-licensed platform is going to work just like our health insurance platform as we discussed. We're not going to sell it. We're just going to generate a ton of leads.
Dan, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, you sound good.
Let me tell you what the genius behind what you put together here. Randy kind of hits the nail on the head. We have a one-stop shop for all your financial services needs, but I'm going to take it a step further than that. Here's the genius behind it. Literally now, for an unlicensed person, that they have mortgage they have the health insurance referral fee, that they have real estate land banking. My gosh, Cal Choice for 17 years has averaged 24% referral fee, and that's an extremely high commission platform. And now here we have the mortgage unlicensed. That someone, all they have to do is drive traffic. So I want everybody to think about this. You have now 3 unlicensed product verticals. Health insurance, all you have to do is drive the traffic. They're going to quote it right at the service. Land banking is the same thing. You're never going to do a presentation or sell it. All you have to do is drive the traffic to the correct portal. And now here we are at mortgages once again, which has the potential to be a high commission, but it does nothing but help the individual. And again, you're not going to quote it right or sell it. The professionals do that. Well, folks, we now have a one-stop shop. I'll end it on this. Every single client we ought to get at QS2 now how to become a client in at least 2, 3, 4 different ways. Number one, certainly life insurance. Number two, if they don't have group health insurance, they ought to be a health insurance client. Number three, if they have money somewhere and it's suitable, that we ought to have them as an annuity client. We ought to have them as a CD client, maybe a land banking. P&C, 60, 70% of the time, they ought to be a client. And if anybody in this company, any of your friends or family, any of your acquaintances do a mortgage, they ought to be doing it with QS2. You ought to be monetizing every single client, every single rep in our company, no less than 2, but I think you ought to monetize them 3 different ways. And when I say monetize them, you're helping them. You're providing them better products and services than what they have. So, Dan, you certainly put the complete package together. Thank you. Thank the corporate team.
Well, this is a team effort as usual. We all have had something to do with every little piece that we brought together, and I'm proud to just be a part of it. I have the honor of helping to run it, so I'm just lucky. Jim Files, why don't you finish it off, bud.
Well, thanks, Dan, and thanks, Kelly, and thanks, Jim and Randy, and everybody on the phone that's participated. You know, these calls obviously are motivational, and that's kind of what we do in our business, is we're trying to motivate from a leader's perspective. But it's far more than that. We spend lots of hours every day trying to figure out strategically how we can build the foundation for your business. We'll give you all the tools, the foundation, and all you have to do is implement. So I want to leave you with two messages. Number one, if you try to net out what makes people super successful, the difference between a multimillionaire and a person that barely gets by is not their intelligence. It is really based on 3 or 4 major things. Number one, these people that maybe live across the street, maybe live across town, but the people that are super rich, they're disciplined, they're focused, they have a plan, and most importantly, they know how to implement it. And what we're trying to do is develop for you everything under this umbrella to give you a disciplined, focused plan, and all you have to do is implement it. And I ask you tomorrow morning when you wake up, you know, try to change your life. There is no difference between you and a guy that drives around in a Rolls Royce. No difference whatsoever, other than the 4 things I just mentioned to you. So that's the first thing I want to leave you with tonight. And the second thing is I want to leave you with a thought of having a phenomenal week this week, wonderful Thanksgiving, and God bless you and God bless your families. Good night, everybody.